Hey, so here's the background. My name is John, and my wife is Kayla. We've been inseparable since childhood, lifelong friends who took the leap into dating when I was just 16. Fast forward 16 years, and we've been married for almost 9 of them. We've faced challenges and celebrated many triumphs together. Around 4 years ago, my life was pretty hectic. I was finishing up my engineering degree, working full-time, and putting in overtime hours because we were trying to buy a house. Unfortunately, my wife's job didn't allow for overtime, so I had to bear the extra weight. We had dreams, goals, and plans, and I was willing to do whatever it took to make them a reality. However, during this time, I started noticing some changes in my wife's behavior. She became more secretive, glued to her phone, and it raised a red flag. We never had a policy of checking each other's phones before, but my instincts kicked in. I found evidence that she had been chatting with a guy from her workplace. I confronted her, and eventually she admitted to it. The guy also confirmed that it was just talking and that nothing physical had happened. After a lot of soul-searching, I forgave her and decided to give our relationship another chance. The last 3 to 4 years had been great. We seemed to have moved past it, and I was happy. Recently, I've gone back to further my engineering career with 12 months of intense classes while still working full-time. Our relationship seemed strong, and we were making progress toward our goals. That was until this July when I saw something on Kayla's Snapchat that didn't sit right with me. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, and that night, I made a decision to snoop through her phone again. I discovered that she was now talking to another guy, and not just talking. They were exchanging explicit photos. My anger surged, and I woke her up in a fit of rage. To make matters worse, this guy was someone I had gone to engineering school with, that she'd met when I had brought her along with me to catch-up drinks with the guys from school one time. We had some intense conversations, and her defense was that they had never met in person, except for that one time when she'd first met him. I told her what needed to be done. Stop messaging this guy and delete Snapchat. She agreed, and I thought we'd put it behind us, but here's the kicker. A few weeks later, I had that gnawing feeling again. I gave in to my paranoia and checked her phone, this time without confronting her. Snapchat wasn't there, but I re-downloaded it and accessed her chats. Now there was a new chat with a guy she knew from school, someone who lived almost an hour away. I was absolutely livid. I've been keeping all of this to myself, documenting everything with photos on my phone. I just don't understand why this is happening. We have a fantastic relationship. We have an active sex life, we laugh together, and we genuinely enjoy each other's company. There isn't anything glaringly wrong from my perspective, but this continuous cheating is tearing me apart. I know some might argue that since it hasn't become physical, it might not be considered cheating by some standards. But for me, the emotional betrayal is just as painful. It's like a ticking time bomb, and I'm terrified of when it might escalate into something physical. What should I do? How do I move forward in a situation like this? I still love my wife very much, and she's my best friend, but I don't know how much more I can take. When do I draw the line, and how do I confront her about this latest discovery? Thank you for taking the time to listen to my story, and I appreciate any advice or insights you can offer. This is one of the most challenging periods of my life, and I need all the help I can get.